Adverb clauses. Hello everybody, my name is Rene Reyes. In this video I'm going to tell you a little bit about adverb clauses. I think it's very important to explain you in detail what an adverb is. An adverb is a word that modifies a verb, an adjective, and another adverb. Also, adverbs indicate how, where, why, when, under what conditions things happen. Besides, adverbs introduce a contrast situation. Before focusing the topic in detail, let me tell you that there are several kinds of adverb clauses, and these are because they are here. Adverbs of time, adverbs of place, adverbs clauses of condition, adverb clauses of reasons, adverb clauses of contrast, adverb clauses of manner, adverb clauses of degree, adverb clauses of purpose, and focus adverbs. Focus adverbs are not here in this presentation. I only write in the introduction. See the list of adverbs at the end of the presentation in order to have a better idea. However, I have written a few of them because there are so many. And though there are many adverbs of time, here I'm going to present you two written examples. Marisa wait here until Eduardo arrives. Here the adverb clause is in another color, until Eduardo arrives. Another example is I will color as soon as I get there. The adverb clause is as soon as I get there. It is possible to say I will color alone, but it is not possible to say as soon as I get there because it doesn't have sense here. This clause. Most of the time it is possible to write the adverb clause at the beginning of the sentence, but it's necessary to separate the adverb clause with a comma. And here I'm going to give you an example. As soon as I get there. Here is the comma. And then the adverb clause is the beginning of the sentence. I will color is the main clause. As we can see in the examples before, the adverb clause is making the role of the adverb. In other words, I can say that the whole adverb clause is taking the place of the adverb. Another kind of adverb clauses is that one that uses an adverb of place. As you know, adverbs of place are over there, there, here, and even I have another kind of words here. For the adverb place are those that indicate place. Here are two examples of adverb clauses of place. Number one, I will go wherever she asks me. Wherever she asks me, I will go. Here I have the main clause. I will go, and this is in red. We'll find the adverb clause. Adverb clause of place and main clause. As you can see, comma is needed because the adverb clause is at the beginning of the sentence. Here is the comma separating both sentences. Okay, even when I said here that I have two examples, I can find only one. I can say another one in an oral way. I will be there on time. I will be there. I will be there at the moment you get there. At the moment you leave. There is another example. Put the book over there. Then put the book over there. It's a little complicated to give another example here because I have to think about it and I don't have time to do it. So we are going to continue. Okay, a third kind of adverb clause is the adverb clauses of condition. This type of adverb clauses tells us under what conditions things happen. Look at the examples below for a better comprehension. Example number one. Carla can hear you unless you shout. We will find the adverb clause here, unless you shout, in red. Example number two. You will not pass the exam if you do not study. We have a condition. If you do not study, what will happen? You will not pass the exam. This is the main clause. Okay, here I have the condition. In the adverb clause of condition, as in other types of adverb clauses, we can say or write the main clause alone, I can say you will not pass the exam. It is possible to say it, and that has some sense. However, the adverb clause doesn't have sense to say it alone. And now I have an important reason to tell you a little bit about adverb clauses of reason. Adverb clauses of reason tell us the reason why an action happened. For a better understanding of the topic, let's see the examples below. Example number 1. Here they visit each other since they met themselves on the street last year. The question is why they visit each other, or when, since, the reason, since they met themselves on the street last year. Here we have the adverb clause. Number 2, she went to the hospital. She went to the hospital. The question, why did she go to the hospital? Because she was sick. That is a reason, because she was sick. Okay, adverb clauses of reason almost always answer the question why. Let's see the answer. Okay, there you have. Why did she go to the hospital? I guess you have already answered that question. Because she was sick. That means that the adverb clause because she was sick modifies the conjugated verb went. Even though we know much about adverb clauses, there is more information to know about them, so that it's time to study adverb clauses of contrast. When I have an opposite point about something, we use adverb clauses of contrast when we want to show an expected result. To identify an adverb of contrast, we only have to look for these adverbs while, whereas, though, even though, although. If we want to make a direct contrast, we can use while and whereas. In fact, whereas is a bit more formal than while. Remember that while is an adverb of time too. As examples of this, I have these ones. Okay, example number 1. Although we study adverbs clauses. Adverb clauses. No, adverb clauses. Letter L is missing here. A lot. We don't understand some of them. I can say we don't understand adverb clauses, but although we study adverb clauses a lot, we don't understand some of them. Okay, example 2. She bought the ring, even though it costs a lot. Here, as in some examples before, we can write the adverb clause first. Even though it costs a lot, she bought the ring. If you watch, the comma is needed in order to separate the dependent from the independent clause. Another important type of adverb clauses is adverbs of manner. These adverbs clauses show us how things happen, and they are introduced by words such as like, as if, as though. For instance, Janet is an excellent woman, like her father. Is manner, adverbs of manner, like her father. Another example is she looked at as if she was in pain. Maybe she was a little sick, and that is the reason why maybe she did something. Okay, and I hope you are enjoying this video about adverb clauses. And here there is another interesting type of adverb clauses, and these adverb clauses are as important as the before ones. Adverbs after of degrees in comparison normally answer the questions how much, how little, and how many of these adverbs are introduced by as, so as, and then. Some examples of these are adverbs of contrast as important as negative adverbs. He is not so clever as his brother. For further information, visit the website which is below these letters. Okay. I am about to finish with this video about adverbs clauses. I think, my friend, you are waiting to see the next types of adverb clauses. Of course, Here are the adverb clauses of purpose. These clauses are used to tell you about the purpose of the verb in the main clause. Other clauses of purpose are introduced by subordinated conjunction that, so that, in order to, and let. Moreover, these expressions are usually followed by modal auxiliary. And there is a repeating word here. Modal and auxiliary are the same thing. Okay, verbs such as will, can, may, could, or might. You can visit this website in order to understand a little bit more, because I have taken the information from this website. Okay, some examples in this are: I am making this video in order to, here is the purpose, in order to get a good grade. I hope so. She worked hard so that she will be promoted. The reason why she worked hard, she will be promoted. That is the reason why. And although there are many types of adverb clauses in this video, I am not going to mention some of them because they are not so important like those that I have mentioned before. For example, negative adverbs, focus adverbs, and affirmative adverbs, and others like frequency adverbs. Those are missing in this presentation because of the time and the space. In conclusions, adverb clauses modify a verb, an adjective, and another adverb. Also indicate how, when, why, where, under what conditions things happen. For that reason, we have adverb clauses of time, reason, purpose, condition, and contrast. Let me tell you that in negative adverbs we have to invert the verb and the subject. For example, if we are going to use the adverb seldom, in that case we have to say something like this: seldom I go. No, you cannot say something like that. Seldom I go. You have to say seldom go I. That is an example, a rudimentary example. Is he? Seldom he is. Seldom is he. Be on time. Is on time. Something like that. You have to put the adverb before the subject. Seldom. Seldom have I. Seldom do I. Seldom. Even seldom do I the homework. Something like that. Okay, now in brief, it is important to pay attention to each kind of adverb clause or adverb due to the adverb placed in different parts is placed in different parts of the sentence. In some cases, the meaning of the sentence change according to the place we write the adverb. The meaning of the sentence is going to change. We have another meaning. For example, we are using focus adverbs, and we have teenagers can attend a meeting. In that case, that means that another kind of people cannot go, but older people cannot go to the meeting. And I can say teenager just can attend the meeting. In this case, the teenagers can go to the meeting, but they cannot say anything about. They cannot help. They only watch it like a cinema. Okay. Okay. I only hope that you have learned a little bit more about adverb clauses, and I invite you to research more about, because it is an interesting topic for developing fluency at the moment to speak and accurate and an accurate writing. This is a little complicated now, and I can get an accurate writing, something like that. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next time. Bye bye.